Happy Valentine's Day. Let's go. First off, just wanted to apologize. We are February 14th, Valentine's Day, and halfway through the month, and I'm sending out my market update. I was away on vacation last week, and thus the delay. So, in keeping with my New Year's resolution, trying to keep these things shorter, let's get right into the market stats.
All right, let's jump into the market stats. And as always, let's start with the average sale price so we can see in December, we had an average sale price of $738 and we're up to $760 in January. Again, this is all types of properties throughout Waterloo region. Yeah, you have to keep in mind that we didn't have a ton of sales in December. I know I heard in the media, things were starting to take off, that sort of thing. So it's, I guess, all relative to the sales last year at this time and the sales in December as well. So, but still, as far as sellers are concerned, better than a decrease. New listings, we ended up, and this is very typical in January. We had 288 listings in December, up to 725, with everybody holding off through Christmas to list their place in the new year. I know I had a bunch of listings waiting and coming up in January as well. So no surprise there. Sales. So we ended up with 295 sales, as I said, in December, and almost 100 more in January, 382 sales in January. Days on the market, average days on the market. So that went from 31 days in December to 33, so a couple more days. And that kind of also goes along with the market not really going too crazy as of that time. Percentage of list price is one I always like to look at and have a sense of, again, where the market's at. In December, we were at 100.5, so essentially asking price. And in January at 100% right on. So there you go. So, I mean, if we started getting real crazy, the asking price versus the eventual sale price ratio would be over 100%. And with that in mind, as I said, I was away last week, so I wanted to see the first 2 weeks in February. When I looked at freeholds, the sale price to list price ratio was actually averaging at 3.14, so 3% over asking. And for condos, it was, again, right at asking there. So because I had heard while I was away that things were getting a little crazy out there. So I guess in the freehold world a little bit, and not so much in the condo world. So let's take a look at single detached homes, and for the average sale price. So again, we're at 847 in December, up to 909 in January. So a little bit more of a bump there. Again, new listings, same deal, 157 in December and up to 363. So no surprise there with it being January. Sales, we were at 176 in December and on our way up a bit there in January to 214. And our days on the market for single detached was 29 in December, 30 in January. So I suspect that will change as we move into February here. Average percentage of list price went from 98.6%, so a little bit below asking, to 99, so almost asking there in January. And as I mentioned, we're up the first 2 weeks of February to averaging 3% over asking for the freeholds. So that gives us a bit of a sense that way as to what was happening in January. And certainly we'll keep an eye on these stats as we move through February.
So as you can see, I mean, things seem to be starting to pick up here again with those February stats I looked at as well. I mean, that's kind of the expectation. If you look traditionally, as we head into the spring market, things start to pick up and then get going throughout March, April, May. So we shall see. At this point, definitely still there are buyers out there who want to do something. The interest rates, which by the way, the Bank of Canada held steady at the end of January there with their announcement. I mean, the interest rates are still the issue, as well as inventory. I mean, there's just not a ton of great inventory out there for buyers. I think if any of those things work in the favor of buyers in the coming months, then things probably will get a little bit silly out there again. But we'll have to see. It doesn't sound like interest rates are going to be going down, if at all, until later in the year here. So who knows how long people are going to want to wait. And inventory, again, I expect that to pick up here as we head into the spring market. So yeah, definitely things should be happening in the coming months here, but still have to see how crazy it gets. So I think that's about it for this month. Again, try and keep it short. Thanks again for all your referrals. Greatly appreciated. If you are thinking of doing anything in the spring here, I suggest you start having that conversation with a realtor, preferably me, soon, and get the ball rolling that way. So take care, and we'll talk next month.